Hello guys, and here today at the Rusty Glovebox, what we are going to do is put electric choke kit on our Studebaker carburetor. It is a manual choke on there currently. I got this kit, gonna put it on there. This is not a how-to, this is a how I did it, so we'll see how this goes. We'll get it all adjusted on there and running once more. This is the carb, and it had a manual choke, a cable choke. Cable went through here, attached to this lever, and it would shut that butterfly up there like that. So what this kit includes is you replace this rod. It's special made, the replacement one is, to receive the electric choke setup. Alright, I took the screw out of the end here, the screw that operates the choke plate, and then you have to pull one of these little hairpin clips off. Let's see. You want to be careful because you pop that thing off and it'll end up going halfway across the shop. So that comes out really very easy. I've got my replacement shaft that is for the electric choke setup. And it just fits right in. One thing you have to do on a carb with a manual choke setup, before you install that other assembly, you got to pull this little brass plug out. That's a little vacuum port in there, and so that's going to kind of work with this little piston on pulling the choke off whenever you shower down on it. There's a little rubber O-ring you got to make sure that's in there, and it's gonna seal right here. So in part of the assembly process, you want to make sure you don't lose or cut that O-ring. Well, I got my linkage on, got my little O-ring lined up on the port, and we're going to start tightening these screws down. These have little Torx heads on them. That's real nice. Well, we'd gotten all three of the bolts tight, and I was just checking the linkage, making sure it's good and free, and it looks pretty good. I was going to hold the carb up like that. It's a little easier to get this plate on there. This plate has a dimple on it, and it lines up in that hole. Little gasket. You got marks on this choke coil, and then you've got marks up here on the housing. Goes on there like that. I'll get the other two on there and we'll come back. Well, I was going to see if I could show you this on the choke. The more you turn it, it has kind of like a clockwork spring in there, and it'll put more tension on that plate, and with it being electric, it as it warms up, that spring expands and it will let this plate come wide open. So anyway, it's not too cool today, and so I'm not going to get just real heavy on the choke on this. Once you get ready to install it on the car, you got like 2 electrical connections, and it's going to be the ground, and then it's going to be the power, of course. And you'll want that to be a keyed source. I knew I was going to put electric choke on this car, so I have a little bus bar over there that I have a switched power source over there. So that's what I was going to hook his choke to. Well, when I had it running, it supplied power to that choke coil, and in turn it heated that coil in here and opened up that butterfly. So to me, that's a lot better than having the choke cable. Just something less to worry about. So anyway, guys, you know, that's not really a how-to, it's just a how I did it, and here we go. So anyway, I do appreciate y'all coming by the shop today. This is Rusty Glovebox, and I'm out of here.